Hasan.
Fuck it, I'm saying it. America deserved 9/11.
What's going on, everybody? I have the chat right here on the right side. But rather, fix up the new computer. That's right. That's precisely what I was doing. Last night I
if you feel like doing
successfully
something to help the movement for
and
climate justice,
single-handedly,
please go sign the move
not
on
single-handedly, I
petition
did
to
actually
free
get a lot of help
Stephen
from Dubs,
Donziger
but
created by TYD's
was
Jordan
able
Howell.
to
Let's do this, chat. Let's go.
format this new PC in its entirety. Full Windows reset. Actually get a lot of help from Dubs, but
created by TYD's
was
Jordan
able
Howell.
to
Let's do this, chat. Let's go.
format this new PC in its entirety. Full Windows reset.
Word.
Just all of it, you know? Just fucking new me. New Windows, new me, you know what I mean? And for that reason, obviously, the OBS is not as stacked as it usually is. I haven't been able to, you know, go over the tweaks, the final adjustments, things that just fucking new me. New Windows, new me, you know what I mean? And for that reason, obviously, the OBS is not as stacked as it usually is. I haven't been able to, you know, go over the tweaks, the final adjustments, things of that nature. But the reason why I'm late, of course, the reason why I'm late, and I apologize for being late, is because I was that nature. But the reason why I'm late, of course, the reason why I'm late, and I apologize for being late, is because I was shooting the Leftovers podcast, and my God, that was a fat one today, dude. We had a big one. That was part of the reason why. I'm late. You know, there's a lot to talk about. Anyway, yeah, some of you have noticed that I let my hair down today. People forget how long my hair has become now. It's very, very long. Like it's just, I'm officially Jihan Yili. Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Yep. My hair is fucking getting to a point where it's super. My hair is fucking getting to a point where it's super long. I love you and Ethan together. Leftovers awesome. I thought the last episode of Leftovers was a little weak. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was like, you know, the vibes were a little off on the last episode, but this one we brought it back. We brought it back completely because there was just so much to talk about. We had better vibes overall, better stories overall. It was really good. Anyway, I still haven't reached the level in the long hair where I'm like, this is really good. Getting there though. Anyway, fuck is Dies of Cringe? What? Okay, I made an Aussie 3-hit emo. Use them with the Brits. I'm refreshing. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna get probably right into the news because fuck, I mean, there's just so much to talk about. While I was shooting the Leftovers podcast, we found out that the metaverse is a new thing that's happening. Hopefully, we won't be experiencing some issues with the broadcast today. I hope. Now that I'm in a new... Can you redistribute your old microphone to a viewer? Me? No, because I have no old microphones to redistribute. I'm using the microphones. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I hope that the PC runs with no complications.
13 months later, and I'm beginning to think this is not a right-wing broadcast. Where are my reactionary takes?
Brother, this is a right-wing broadcast. We went so far right, we went back left, brother. That's how it works here. Look at my outfit. You mean to tell me I'm not a fucking right-winger? You out of your mind, brother? Are you fucking crazy?
Hassle.
Look at what I'm wearing. You think a libtard? Wait, hold on. Fuck's my hat. Hold on. You mean to tell me a libtard would be a Korea veteran? No.
Has high.
Libtard would be too afraid to go to Korea and fight for the Democratic People's Republic. That's right. Goddamn patriot, brother. You crazy? A goddamn patriot who believes in...
Let's go.
the ultimate right-wing ideology, which is JUSHA. You know what that stands for? JUSHA? It stands for self-reliance, brother. Hyper-individualism. That's right. A society that can work on its own without any sort of outside influence. True patriots exercise JUSHA. Make sure everybody got bad haircuts like Kim Jong. Hat ruined the hair.
Hassle.
Yeah, I'm a K-patriot. That's right. Do you think you could pull off Charlie's hair? I mean, we'll find out. My hair has never been this long in my entire life. So this is the first time. This is the first time fucking my hair has ever been long. What is this? The I in LGBTQIA is for Italian? Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
How's it going? Hey, Tommy, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mikey, you watched that recent athletic sports game? You see that? Last Sunday. Football. I don't really do that. That's not really my thing. That's not really my thing, you know what I mean? I'm a guy. Yeah, but it's just, you know, you just dabble in it, you know? I'm not like a, you know, I don't go that way, but, you know, I like to watch the sports sometimes. It's entertaining. Yeah, first it's sports, then it's, you know. Cool it, all right? I mean, you're the one doing all the weird heteronormative shit, going to fucking football games. What, are you gonna fucking throw a ball with your son, huh? You gonna play a catch with your fucking son? You fucking picket fence motherfucker? You wanna blow your brains out right now? You wanna get your brains blown out right now? You fucking procreating vaginal intercourse motherfucking scumbag. Mikey, how you doing? How's it going? Hey, Tommy, how's it going? Good to see you.
This is the future conservative sphere that they think is happening right now. This is literally what conservatives think is going on when this is what happens when like there's one person who's like who uses like they them pronouns in a classroom, you know what I mean? They're like, they're doing it. They're fucking doing it. They're fucking destroying the heterosexual man over here. What the fuck? I can't even be straight in public no more. It's fucking illegal, dude. Conservatives see one LGBT person and see it as a threat. Yeah, critical Italian theory. Is that a pro-Texas independence shirt? That's right, brother. Pro-Texas independence shirt. That's right. Miami commissioner proposes adopt-a-homeless program causing uproar among activists. What the fuck? I swear to fucking God. American hyper-individualism in display. Best representation of such mentality and like the logical lengths that mentality takes you to. Right in front of our eyes. It's like, oh, you want to fucking solve homelessness? Here, adopt a homeless person.
3 months. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Jeff. Okay, how about we set up mass adoption protocols, okay? It's called, you know, we could maybe, it is. Anyway, streets of shame. Okay, so let me just fucking, you know, tweet out Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. Let me just fucking tweet out the daycare is open. All right? Daycare is open. Elon Musk makes $35 billion in one day. Spends the day tweeting about taxes.
Yo.
Facebook unveils Meta because we need to be more online. Tucker makes Jan 6th doc
hassle
for Fox and more. Get in. It's slammed over here. www. There's a lot to talk about today, boys. There's a lot to talk about. And I feel energized, you know? I feel good. I feel energized. I feel good. I feel great. Hopefully that doesn't get fucked over and fucked up. Wild that people are fucking upset at homeless people having electricity, but I mean, I guess
got my AirPods in this hits hard.
fuck? Okay, buddy, Hasan. Weird. Like making me log into Reddit. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Did you already see this? My B. Homo may get arrested for sex crime shit? Wait, really?
17 months, you himbo.
Okay, I'm downloading this. I'm stealing this from OK Buddy, which, by the way, I will make up for by actually doing OK Buddy today. All right? That's right. Yeah, Mitt Romney is fucking Kristen Sinema. And we'll get to that too before I forget. How can I forget that? Here, blast this off to your friends and family, okay? To all your loved ones. Let them know that the daycare is open. The daycare provider is back. I forget. There's so much fucking news to cover that I like forgot what some of it was. You know what I mean? There's like so much to fucking talk about.
6 months subbed.
But Hank Pecker is here. Fear no more. Hank Pecker is here. He's Mormon. They're not fucking. They're soaking. Yeah, let's be real, okay? In conventional terms, soaking is fucking. All right? All right? All right, guy. What? Hold on. I just got like... Shit. Hold on a moment. God damn it. Here, I'll start with this.
Streets of shame have gone wildly unchecked. We've seen some
at the
homeless
door.
tents popping up with electricity, running water, some even big enough to block entire sidewalks. The I-Team's Joel Grover shows us tonight these increasingly large tents can come with a host of public health and safety problems.
Wait a minute, check it out. City sanitation workers invited the I-Team to look inside this double-wide tent that had its own working shower, a kitchen with a grill and a range hood, air conditioning, even a doorbell. The tent had electricity because it was illegally tapping into a nearby streetlight.
When did these stop being our sidewalks? When did they stop being the public sidewalks?
When the pandemic began, the city decided not to touch most homeless tents to try and prevent the spread of the virus. So tents have been getting bigger and bigger, like this one under the 101 freeway in Hollywood with its own slide. Nearby, we saw a tent with walls and a roof made of mattresses. In Venice, one tent had its own wading pool, another tent had its own tiki bar. And we found no shortage of tents illegally tapping into city fire hydrants for water and into city...
Bro, that's like wild to get upset about that. It's like they're literally living without shelter. Okay? They're living on the fucking streets. Like, do you want them not to take showers? Do you want them not to wash themselves? Do you want them to fucking die? And the answer is yes. And even if it's like slides and shit, why are you covering it like this? The alternative is let them fucking have houses, okay?
Does the world look all yellow?
Like, oh, it's illegal. They're stealing the water. Motherfucker, it's a necessary resource to fucking survive. Like, who's at the door? Oh, no, it was just like, it was a delivery guy, but it's just like a 1 second snippet that I got from Ring, like from my security cameras of him being like, what the hell? I don't know what happened, but he's gone. A tent, a pool, 2K easy rent in LA. Yeah, the other thing is like, it's getting to a point though. It is getting to a point, however, where like the amenities that that some people have been able to create for themselves in the fucking streets, which, by the way, the main amenity of housing is still the main amenity of shelter is obviously still like protection, right? Protection from the elements, which they clearly do not have. But other than that, like it's gotten to a point where at the very least, like they have some fun shit going on.
These streetlights for electricity.
They are doing things that are obviously against the law and dangerous. No one is inspecting. No one's checking.
Some of these McMansion tents have flammable material.
McMansion tents. Okay, fire in tents is an actual fucking problem. And the reason why I say that is because, like, in the old place I used to live, there was like on the block, there's like a fuckload of tents, right? There's like a tent city. And twice, not once, twice, they fucking Molotov cocktailed one of the tents. And the reason for why I believe they were doing that is because, you know, there was some internal drama.
1 year.
Like a little bit of internal politics in the tent city. And, you know, probably fucking drugs. So my man said McMansion tent. At least in my anecdotal experience, like, again, it's yet another example that, like, this shit is not all that great. Okay? Living in a fucking tent, not exactly great. Okay? It's not. Sorry. It's just not great. So, you can fucking make it as spicy and be like, it's a tent city, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But ultimately, it's still, they're living in tents, dude. And it's not great. And their fucking tents can catch on fire.
Inside.
You could house all of them, though. That's literally not true. And also, even though it's not true, even if it was true, I don't want to have people that I don't fucking know living in my house, dude. What the fuck? Like, that's such a dumbass fucking take. You don't even know if they want to live with me, okay? It's such a stupid fucking bait. It makes me so mad, dude. It makes me so insanely fucking mad when people make this dumbass bait. Hitting bait more reliably than a fish? No wonder if people are homeless, if everyone have your attitude. Yeah, dude, that's why I'm homeless, because I have this attitude, right? What is this attitude? Give homeless people houses is the attitude that creates homelessness? Is that why? These guys are in the situation they're in because of attitude, right? Not because of, like, systemic issues, right? That's how it works. It's just it's an attitude adjustment. What a silly and simplified and just childlike way to live your life and just exist.
And when they go up in flames, like this tent under the 405 at Venice Boulevard, entire neighborhoods are put in danger. But the big tents create other problems too. This encampment made it hard for city workers to access the DWP meter. The landlord says DWP employees refuse to go near the tents to read the meter and threaten to turn off the building's power.
They wanted my tenant to go do it for them.
Lisa Rich owns that building, which has been surrounded by a growing encampment that has caught fire, endangering the homeless as well as other people working inside the building.
It's very depressing.
That's real. The fire shit is real. It's like genuinely a fucking legitimate threat, which is precisely why it's a problem that needs to be handled immediately. And the handling of that problem is not going to revolve around just pushing homeless people to have tents in another part of the fucking city that's far away from the wealthy people. It's to fucking offer them shelter. Okay? Permanent shelter. Holy fuck.
It's horrific.
And some tents are now so big they not only block the sidewalks, but spill into the streets.
I think of the wheelchair-bound individual who does not have access to our sidewalks because it's blocked by tents.
Bro, this is perhaps the most, like, obscene way of covering this issue. It just straight up, the only way that you could look at this story as this is if you just simply do not think that homeless people are human beings. Like, they're like a video game creeper in your eyes. You know what I mean? In your mind. You're just like, Like, motherfucker, those are humans too. You're talking about the wheelchair bound fucking person. There's like wheelchair bound homeless people too. What the fuck?
Having a great time being indoctrinated.
This is wild, dude. This is literally fucking insane. What? Yeah. Do you think they're creepers, dude? You think they're just like NPCs in a fucking video game? They're like, you know, yeah. When you leave town, when you leave your townhouse, the NPCs might actually aggro on you. Watch out. If you out tents enough together, you can. If you put enough tents together, you can make a mansion. Though that's true, dude. I'm glad that local news once again. By the way, local news, liberal media. By the way, local news is definitely not reactionary. By the way, but I'm so glad that local news is once again, you know, doing brilliant and combative journalism by attacking the centers of power. You know, fucking homeless people. Okay, I'm always glad to see. Like mainstream media, local news, just attacking the real fucking villains of society, which are people who are so fucking down on their luck that they got to a point where they're living in a fucking tent and eating trash and using a fucking fire hydrant to wash themselves.
Bazinga.
Those are the guys. Finally, dude. Fuck, finally. Something for me. I've been looking for this. I was like, who will speak out against the homeless people? What's next? Are we gonna fucking start attacking children with leukemia?
5 months and I still.
I think that's the next step.
What am I doing with my life?
We should, once we're done shitting all over the homeless, we should do another fucking article on, you know, tackling the real centers of power. Children with leukemia. Are they exhausting our resources? Hospitals are in a state of disarray in the United States of America, and many children with leukemia are selfishly taking up all of those resources that could be going to productive workers and healing them.
Happy 19-month subiversary. Looking forward to 19 more. Hassle.
No. I was just being sarcastic, making fun of you saying homelessness is a cause of your attitude. Yeah. We need to free our sidewalks as if LA notoriously walk around. Yeah. LA like is notoriously one of the worst cities to walk around in. The entire city is designed like a Trader Joe's parking lot. Okay. We don't have fucking sidewalks. Like we don't actually, even without homeless people living on top of them. Okay. Wild. Did you hear about that TikToker who makes Skyrim NPC vids killing his wife and her boyfriend? What? No, I did not. That sounds fucking insane, though. Children with leukemia take up 40% of the medical resources from treatment to hospital stays. Is it really worth if cancer is a natural process? More at 11. Exactly. Crazy. Why do you live in this stupid country? Because it has a lot of potential, and I'm also a creature of comfort. Okay? I just like, that's why I fucking stay. I plant in a neighborhood and I just stay there. That's why I don't fucking like move around too much. I already came to America. That was it. That was like too big of a fucking journey for me. I'm done with that. Okay. I'm done. I'm fine. That's why I spend literally all of my goddamn time sitting in my living room, basically, like in my studio. $41.18 is expanding quickly through LA. And just like that, another swath of LA is marked for 41.18. Enforcement, city council members and their segregationist supporters criminalizing poverty, blocked by city block. 168 locations criminalized today. So if 41.18 enforcement is like the homeless sweep, right? It's the sweeps. Now.
Good afternoon, hassle.
Council by resolution may designate specific areas for enforcement against sitting, lying, sleeping, or storing, using, maintaining, or placing personal property, or otherwise obstructing the public right of way in order for a person to be found in violation. You can't be standing, dude.
Wow.
Whereas the below listed locations are experiencing need for enforcement against the above listed provisions. Whereas City Council finds the public health, safety, and welfare served by the prohibition, and further finds that sleeping or lodging within the stated proximity to designated areas is unhealthy,
let's go. Thanks for everything,
or
King.
incompatible with safe passage. And so they're like, you can't fucking, you can have tents, you just can't have them near like schools, okay? Which on its face sounds is smart. You're like, okay, well that's like not a great place to have a tent. Except nowhere is a great place to have tents.
Lord, sorry, it's late.
Just ask the people living in the fucking tents, okay? It's not good, which is why the way to address this is not by fucking literally going there with like a cleanup crew and arresting the people and then fucking taking away all of their like the crumbs that they have, like literal fucking crumbs, just the trash that they fucking piled up that's like personally important to them. It's by building fucking housing. Kid not guilty of double murder. A TikToker with nearly 1 million followers pleaded not guilty to the double murder shooting of his wife and another man. What the fuck? Ali Abu Laban. (29), known widely by his TikTok handle Jin Kid, pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder on Monday in San Diego Superior Court. Oh no, he was getting cucked and he just fucking murdered his wife, allegedly. Anyway, okay, let's get back to the homeless thing.
Tents. Under federal law, there has to be at least 36 inches between tents and the beginning of the street so wheelchairs can use the sidewalk. But as you can see, there's no room at all.
Bro, come on, bro. This is literally the worst way to fucking tackle this issue.
Beard routine reveal.
Angelino's talking about how liberal and progressive they are. Angelino's talking about homeless people. 100% this is true. Straight up. This is actually true. This is literally so true. This is, just don't say Angelinos though, Democrats. Like just Democrats in general. Straight up. Bro, how do you look at like the economic devastation that is straight the fuck up in front of your eyes, right? The economic devastation that is a manifestation of that economic inequality is homelessness, okay? And you're seeing it and it's right in front of your eyes and you treat it as an eyesore and then you turn around and you fucking point the finger of blame at the homeless people. That's insanity, dude. That's literally no different than fucking yelling at cancer kids, okay? I'm straight up like, we need to defund St. Jude's, brother. We need to. Children with cancer, they're taking up all the philanthropic resources. Let them die. Let them fucking die. Let them take ivermectin and die. Insane.
For wheelchairs to pass by.
We can't simply...
Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about ADA compliance, too. It's always so strange. It's like, yeah, the only time... Hey, guys, hold on. Up next,
like right, guys.
Immigrants are coming over the border in massive numbers. How will we house our homeless veterans? You know what I mean? Like, the only time they fucking care about homeless people is if they can use them as a talking point against, like, you know, immigration policy. And like, Mexicans coming over the border, brother. Like, that's why. We have to have homeless people, dude, because otherwise, like, how will we use another effective counterpoint to talk about, like, you know, they're using disabled people against the homeless, just like they use homeless people against the immigrants. It's just like, it's great. It's like a never-ending Ouroboros of bullshit. Okay? Fucked up, man. Fucked up.
We have the city turn its back, walk away, abdicate and surrender its jurisdiction over the sidewalks.
We emailed Mayor Garcetti's office 8 times over the last month, asking to interview the mayor about these encampments at his soonest availability. His office said they're working on it, but still hasn't given us a time. What do you want to see the city doing?
Just like they're still sending inspectors to every single business to make sure that they're following code, why aren't we doing the same with the public right-of-way?
What the fuck? Yo, this is the most Karen way of analyzing homelessness, dude. I'm sorry. It's like, why are we not enforcing zoning and code violations on people living in fucking tents that are eating out of your trash, lady? The fuck are you gonna do? Holy shit. Wild. If you really cared, you'd donate. Yeah, I famously don't. So they told homeless people to they hold homeless people to a higher standard of their own leadership. Yeah. There's a video coming out soon where I publicly made one, and I can't wait for the fucking immediate reaction to be, oh wait, that's all? Because that's what's gonna happen no matter what. And then when that happens, I will reveal even more donations that I've made. And then they'll say still, oh, that's all. Or rather, he's doing it just for PR. So, you know, this was set up a long time ago, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, you already clapped them. Champagne Socialist stock account.
Estela Lopez called the city over and over about that huge tent with the shower that was blocking the sidewalk. Sanitation workers finally came and took it down.
No! Dude, look at the fucking ingenuity, dude. I mean, come on. This motherfucker was killing it, dude. He, like, literally made the most. He aggressively made the most of his dire circumstances.
If they just smiled more, they'd be less homeless.
Like, I propose a rule. I do not have an issue with taking down these homeless encampments, okay? But you can't do it without making sure that all the homeless people living in them
to the homeless
have permanent shelter, okay? Permanent shelter unconditionally, with no like extra fucking conditions. Permanent shelter. If you give them permanent shelter and they consent to leaving these homes, they can take their stuff with them, all this shit, then yeah, take them down, obviously. Blady fan account gifted me 100 gifted subs, which is wild.
Yo.
It's my favorite Trump supporter, HasanAbi. Yeah. It looks like a Rust base. If you really cared, you formed the Revolutionary Vanguard Party. You fucking poser. I'm ready for war out here in Iowa while you sit there doing what? Platforming labor right activists, teaching millions socialist core values. Yeah, just bullshit like that. Anyway. Hire them as engineers for the city when they do this level of creative technical solutions. Yeah, I mean, my man is just fucking great. What? A lot of people will just end up on the street again. Even then, we shouldn't be tearing it down. Deal with homelessness first, then tear it down when it's not an issue. Yeah, I was making an argument for permanent shelter, dude. I know. Huh. What is this? The punishment of hell is very likely to rain down on those who dare to lie even a little about such things. Wait.
Damn, he started late.
Wait, what the fuck does that even mean? Is he like saying that January 6th wasn't an insurrection? Oh my God, dude. It just kind of sucks because like I was so right about Jordan Peterson for so fucking long.
Bezos
okay,
coming.
And everyone, and every single person was like, shut the fuck up. He's not conservative. He's a centrist. Shut the fuck up. He's objective. Shut the fuck up. You're jealous of, you know, his sex appeal or whatever the fuck. For years, I've been like, Jordan Peterson is just a regular border template fucking conservative who just like uses, you know, some productive self-help guidances to, you know, try to red pill people subtly. And everyone was like, dude, you fucking suck. You shut up. You're wrong. I love Jordan Peterson. You're so wrong. I love him. I love him. And I was so fucking right from top to bottom, left to right, start to fucking finish, dude. People said that he was a liberal over and over again. Over and over and over again. They kept saying that. And I was right. Just like I'm right about the top of the hour ad break. Just like I'm even more right about how to avoid the top of the hour ad break. That's right. If you'd like to no longer see the ads that come at the top of the hour, every hour, there's a 60-second ad break. All you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5, $5 Canadian dollars. Or if you're a true trickster like the Dragon of Chaos, well, then you can subscribe for free. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get one free Prime subscription a month. That's right. Okay, $8 Canadian. Sorry, it's monopoly money. You know it's fake. Well, as long as you have an Amazon Prime account, however, you can use that as your Twitch Prime in here. Now, you might not have an Amazon Prime account, but your mother does. Your sister does. Your wife, if you have one, does. In the traditional nuclear family, you have a wife and your wife fucks someone else. And sometimes the guy that your wife is fucking, your wife's boyfriend, he has a Nintendo Switch. Other times you can, you know, steal your wife's boyfriend's Amazon Prime account and connect it to your Twitch account to get one free Prime subscription a month. Here's the ad break now. Jordan Peterson literally taught us how dangerous apple cider is. What the fuck have you ever taught people this on? This is true. I've literally taught nothing to people in comparison to the incredible stuff that Jordan Peterson has taught people.
Months, baby.
Yeah, let's finish this homeless story up.
Workers finally came and took it down. Even though that tent is gone, many other McMansion tents are popping up all across.
This is the grossest thing I've ever heard. Calling people living in tents McMansion tents is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, dude. You're such a liar. Lear, you claim to be a communist, which is dictatorship and Nazis. You keep never admit when you're wrong. You're so damn egotistical when you just think because you're rich you can get away with anything, you capitalist.
Hassle.
Says Aisha Mufa. Time to bait Hasan. Time to ban this person. Yeah, greedy homeless people with their McMansion tents. Speaking of homeless people, of course, the Miami candidate Joe Corallo, who had a arrest for a violent domestic assault, he is advocating for an adopt-a-homeless program. That's right.
I propose the following today, since we're all.
This is why I say debate lords need to be locked in jail. By the way, like this is why I am for criminal punishments, punitive measures that are
later. No longer
maybe considered to be extreme by some when they are debate lords, because you let a debate lord grow, okay, and he becomes a fucking, a county commissioner, and then he makes debate lord ass fucking arguments when he's in a position of power, and that's terrible. Your definition of debate lord is someone you find annoying. This is true. Well, it also happens to be all debate lords that I find annoying. No, but like seriously, it's so stupid. It is such a insane thing to do. This guy is literally holding up true progress by like shifting the blame away from the systems, which he has at least a crumb of power to change. And instead of using his crumb of power that he has to change the issues, he's turning it over to like the individual by using literally an argument that like idiots in the chat use all the time, which is, actually, if you want to save homeless people, why don't you adopt them?
I made it here without being timed out.
Breaking, SEC says Senator Richard Burr had material non-public info regarding the COVID economic impact. After Burr dumped stock, he called his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law called his stockbroker the next minute. Yeah. These guys, they're productive, dude. Yo, I literally...
Everyone knows that.
I actually do think that we should do a hard reset, like straight up. I think we should just like jail every congressperson by default that engages in like stock trading, just for funsies. You know what I mean? Just to just throw them in jail and then have new people. I would rather have like literally the people that clean the toilet seats in Congress run Congress than these motherfuckers. I'm not even. And normally, like, there people will say, like, what? You want the janitor to run the country, or you want the janitor to run the corporation? Like, in this situation, absolutely. Hey, these guys are so bad and so unqualified regardless that, yes, I 1000% would rather have all the sanitation people that work in Congress actually be the congresspersons than these motherfuckers. It's not even remotely a joke, you know? A little bit of training, a little bit of on-the-job training, what you really are an extremist. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Think about it. What good are these people doing? What good are these people doing for you? What good have they done for you at all? You stupidly believe that that guy, because he's in a position of power, is smart. You know what that's like? That's like being 8 years old and thinking your dad is godlike. You know what I mean? Thinking your dad is like the smartest person on the planet, the most powerful person on the planet. No, mother, he's just the smartest and most powerful person around you. You see these dipshits on TV and you think to yourself, well, these guys obviously deserve to be there. Like, no, they didn't do shit. They're not smarter than you. Now, they don't know anything. They don't know more than the guy that's like cleaning the toilets. They straight up don't. You are an extremist for your make all the custodial staff run the country position. I can't wait for an unironic post about this now.
I tore my ankle and lost my will to live.
Do you think it's fair to the lower working class who struggle to pay their rent while working full time to give homeless? It's something I find myself having an issue with. I know it's complicated for sure, but wanted to hear your take. What? Fair? I mean, you give whatever you can. If you want to give, you give. I don't know what like fairness has to do with this.
1 year, baby, let's go.
They not only do not provide a net benefit to the country, to the American citizens, but they also literally like actively harm people.
Hassle, hassle, hassle.
At least a janitor would have some proper perspective. Yeah, I mean, straight up. Anyway, okay, we're done with this bullshit. I can't watch the rest of this. It'll fucking make me lose my mind. All right, let's get to Tucker Carlson originals. That's right, folks. Tucker Carlson made a documentary, and the documentary he made is about the January 6th insurrection. Now, if you've been here for long enough, you know that, like, I'm not one of those people that's like, January 6th is worse than 9/11 or whatever the fuck, right? And I also do think that, like, the FBI, even under Donald Trump and under Joe Biden, definitely has, shifted some of its resources and just a tiny fraction of his attention over to white nationalists and, white supremacists, white anti-government extremists, like far-right anti-government extremists. They don't have to always be white. And part of the reason why they did this, despite the fact that the FBI is a inherently white supremacist institution, I mean, whether it be its inception or whether it be its fucking, robust history of targeting and actively dismantling, and even in some instances, allegedly, potentially assassinating. Not even allegedly in the case of fucking Fred Hampton, but so I was saying allegedly with Martin Luther King. I was not saying allegedly with Fred Hampton, because that was not alleged. That was just straight the fuck up. That's what happened. So in any case, despite the fact that the FBI is literally a white supremacist institution, both in its inception and its also enforcement, even in contemporary society, they did shift a little bit of their fucking energy and efforts into doing the exact same shit that they were doing in the post 9/11 world. To, yes, I know the thing has the Ashley Babbitt gunshot. Just hold on. In the post 9/11 world, the way that they treated Muslims, they like kind of did that to like some of the most radical anti-government people. The case of Gretchen Whitmer comes to mind, the governor of Michigan, if you guys remember. That was like straight the fuck up, like out of the that is the FBI manual for like, targeting and getting like autistic Muslim teenagers to do terror attacks, like, and then stopping it. Right? They did the exact same thing with like those fucking idiots in Michigan. It was entirely planned by the FBI. Yeah, no, I know. That's precisely what I'm saying. It's like that's how the FBI operates. So the FBI employs hundreds of thousands of minorities as special agents, but somehow you label them as white supremacists. LMFAO, please read one book, a single book that's not Harry Potter, and you will understand what I mean. Holy fucking shit. Imagine thinking the FBI from its inception all the way to like literally yesterday is not a white supremacist institution. Are you fucking kidding me? Who executed Fred Hampton? Okay? Who blackmailed Martin Luther King regularly? And maybe a assassin at a time. Who did that? Was it you? Was it me? Who? What government institution was created to enforce the Mann Act to stop white women trafficking, which at the time meant black guys that consensually were traveling over state lines with white women that wanted to fuck them? Who did that? What is the inception of the FBI? My man literally just said, dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
I smile.
Lamau, you sound like a conspiracy theorist, just like that 9/11 bullshit. I'm disappointed. Yeah, 9/11 is a conspiracy. It never happened. Every single thing I just said, with the exception of, like, you know, allegedly assassinating Martin Luther King, you know, I don't take it that far. When something is like not fully 100% like historical fact, I say allegedly. Did the FBI blackmail Martin Luther King Jr.? Yes, that is not alleged. That literally fucking happened. Did the FBI play a hand in assassinating Martin Luther King Jr.? Well, we don't know the full details, okay? It's murky. Did the FBI not allegedly, full-blown, absolutely fucking execute Fred Hampton while he was sleeping after drugging him? Yes, that is 100% what happened. There's no alleged there, okay? There are people in this chat born after 9/11. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't change the reality that, like, you could be born before 9/11. You're just still going to be oblivious to the real truth about American history because fucking that shit doesn't get taught in your schools. It's CRT. Critical racism theory is what they fucking teach in schools. Is whitewash bullshit. Anyway. So yeah, here is Tucker Carlson, everybody's favorite WASP nationalist, taking it one step further. We all, in the age of new media, quite literally watched the insurrection happen in real time. A lot of you were literally in here while it happened. 200,000 of you tuned in to the HasanAbi broadcast and watched the halls of Congress get invaded by a horde of MAGA-clad, hot dog skinned hogs. Okay? We all watched it.
1 year of
millions of people around the world literally watched it unfold. So lying about the particulars of that day is really spicy. It's like a unique situation that was so well broadcasted that it's kind of hard to fucking lie about it, yet that's not going to stop Tucker Carlson from lying about it. Some of us were there in person. That's right, brother. Some patriots were there in person. Okay. If this was happening at the Capitol, Ashley Babbitt would not have been murdered. Okay? This did not happen. This demonstrably is not from January 6th. You want to know why? Because cops literally opened the floodgates. Okay? Sorry.
It's been 9 months.
RIP to the fucking Capitol Police that died on that day or like committed suicide or whatever the fuck happened to them. But like, they didn't do this. They literally let them through. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hold on. Gotta hide the screen there. The War on Terror 2.0. And the plot against the people.
The domestic war on terror is here, is coming after half of the country.
I love that. It's like, no, bitch. Half the country.
11 months.
Yeah. Half the country fucking stormed the Capitol.
Almost a year.
Half the country didn't even vote for Donald Trump. What the fuck are we talking about? What's half the country, dumbass? Anyway.
Yo.
The helicopters have left Afghanistan, and now they've landed here at home.
Yeah, dude. That's what happened. Instead of fighting the war on terror overseas, we're fighting the war on terror amongst ourselves. The real terror in our hearts. White terror.
And the left is hunting the right, sticking them in Guantanamo Bay.
This is pretty funny too, because it's like you couldn't film this with like a white dude. Like the only one that they could find, the only stock footage that they could find of someone being waterboarded is still a brown guy. Like, you know what I mean? There's no stock footage or like a black dude. There's no stock footage of torture where the white person is like the recipient of torture. So they was like, ah, fuck it. No one will notice.
For American citizens, leaving them there to rot.
We are dealing with an insurgency in the United States.
Terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to homeland.
I've been told that I'm a white nationalist. Me.
Dude, I'm repeating a lot of the jokes I made on the fucking leftovers because we looked at this, but like, I mean, look, this is Ali Alexander or whatever. I've made fun of him a lot. The most white supremacist part about Ali or Alexander or whatever the fuck his name is, first of all, you can be brown and like literally work alongside white supremacists and be a brown white supremacist. Nick Fuentes is literally Hispanic and yet he's a Nazi, right? Like we all know this.
2 years
but,
sub.
Yeah, the skin color is completely and wholeheartedly irrelevant. You can be like the token guy. Candace Owens is a white nationalist. She's black. But what I find to be really funny is that my dude does have one white supremacist quality. He has a Habsburg jaw. This motherfucker straight up is the only brown person I've ever seen with the fucking straight up Habsburg jaw, bro. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the Habsburg jaw is a famous genetic condition that is caused by centuries of inbreeding amongst the fucking royals. The distinctive Habsburg jaw was likely the result of royal families inbreeding. Tell me that I'm wrong. So that's pretty white. Me.
19 months strong. Thank you for everything you do, man.
Yep, that's white royalty right there, folks. I don't know how the fuck he did it. I don't know how he did that, but like, respect.
Absolutely Pogger's moment.
White nationalism isn't a problem. It's the nation not being entirely white being the problem. Yep, that's right.
FBI, put your hands up. They've begun to fight a new enemy in a new war on terror.
Not Al-Qaeda, white supremacy.
False flags have happened in this country.
False flags have happened in this country, true. Except like, you know, if you're admitting that this is a false flag and it was
I can't stop giving you my money.
Backed by Antifa or some shit, if that's what you're alluding to, then you're saying that the people that were like clearly MAGA'd up, the thousands of people that were like wearing MAGA shit, like those guys still did something wrong. So you can't have the position that like, you can't say the January 6th insurrection was bad.
But I'm sure in this
you have to say it's good because you know that those are your fucking homies that did it, right? So if you're saying it's bad, then like the people that were arrested and prosecuted at it, well, then that's justifiable, right? Yeah, fuck those Antifa guys. I mean, good.
One of which may have been January 6th.
His real name is Ali Abdul Razak Akbar. Yeah. Wait, there's a part of this that I love. Why did they do this? Do you guys know why they did this?
White supremacy.
I haven't been able to figure out why. After Joe Biden says white supremacy, they show like people walking up to the Capitol.
Lethal threat.
And then they show like Klansmen marching. And it's like,
gaming went pogo.
What does that mean? Are they saying like, yeah, no, those guys are the same? And they're good? Like, is that what that means? Like, what is happening there? I truly don't understand why they showed this. Like, they showed a fuckload of Klansmen, like, peacefully marching towards the Capitol or away from the Capitol or whatever. And I don't know why they fucking did that. Like, what's the message there?
Pepper Paints.
I think they're trying to say, look how ridiculous to compare to these two groups. Wait, would that be ridiculous though?
Hassle.
It was a shout out to the viewers. Yeah, it's nice of him to recognize his viewers, you know? You're watching a Tucker Carlson thing? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to fucking comprehend it, dude. I don't understand it. That's my point. Why would Tucker Carlson do a self-report by, like, even go near a comparison between Nazis and Klansmen and, you know, brave patriots, brother? That's the thing that I don't fucking understand. The thing is, they don't know how an intellectual montage works. Not even when Klan members invented that shit. At this point, they're just saying that it's good to be a white supremacist because Joe Biden doesn't like you. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, I love the ending, though.
One of which may have been January 6th.
It's great. They're doing, like, you know, soy face Marvel style, big budget fucking Hollywood movies now. I can't wait to watch this. That's right. Birth of a Nation 2 Electric Boogaloo, boys. That's right. Will you be watching it when it comes out? Fuck yeah. We're going to do a watch party. Are you kidding me? I am 1,000,000% watching the fuck out of this psychotic nonsense.
Why?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Tucker hit me with a ruler. Anyway, that was pretty fucking tight. It's pretty fire. Let's be real. And you're all fake if you don't recognize that it's fucking fire and it's truth telling and it's bold and it's brave. Okay, Tucker did it again. He did it again. And if it doesn't do well, then it's because liberals are, you know, hiding him. It's shameful that in 2021 it's still a misdemeanor in New York to be Italian.
Love you, Hasan. Screw the haters, you're all.
Yeah, it does look better than Eternals. Let's be real. Because at least, like, in the Tucker Carlson one, like, we know the main villains. You know what I mean? And they've been around, and it's like, it's not some, like, fucking random gods that you've never heard of, you know? Like, apparently Jordan Peterson was saying Tucker Carlson is going to hell and not the inverse. Wait, really? This was too far for Jordan Peterson.
Using my Bezos money to support my fellow Middle Eastern brother. Keep it up, Alan.
Is he too much of a lib for you know? What? White House illustrates government cradle to grave role with the Life of Linda series and the latest Build Back Better release. You too can live your life dependent in a variety of ways on a paternalistic government.
Pog.
Hasan, you're such a poser socialist. You're not part of the international socialist movement. You are too divisive. You shit on most of the world. You shit on the UK, Australia, Canada, especially Quebec, Greece, Iowa, New Jersey, Portugal. News when? Never. Anyway, White House illustrates government cradle to grave role with Life of Linda series in their latest Build Back Better release. Linda is a working mother in Peoria, Illinois. She works at a local manufacturing facility as a production worker and earns $40,000 per year. She's pregnant with her son, Leo. Once Leo is born, Linda begins receiving child tax credits, $300 per month, $3,600 annually to help cover essential costs like groceries, rent, and medicine. As Leo grows up, the government helps cover the cost of his daycare, guaranteeing that Linda doesn't need to pay more than 7% of her income on childcare. When Leo turns 3, he attends a high-quality pre-K program for free. By the way, no sign of dad in Linda. When Leo leaves high school, he's able to enroll in a community college. Wait, no, that's not even a thing. No, that got taken out. Thanks to his community college training, Leo lands a good-paying union job as a wind turbine technician. Leo's job is one of the 4 million new jobs a year that are supported by the President Biden's economic plan. Later in life, Linda needs home care and hearing care. Thanks to President Biden's plan, Linda can access affordable hearing care through Medicare. None of this is in it. None of this is in it. God, I fucking hate the Democrats so much, dude. Oh my fucking God. I mean, look, Republicans are psychopathic, okay? They are unironically psychopaths. They're just fucking demons. I mean, holy shit. Charlie Spearing. Cradle to the grave role of the government. Like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch, dude. White House correspondent for Breitbart News, formerly Washington Examiner writer, reporter for Robert Nowak, and Wyoming farm kid. You dumb bitch. Cradle to the grave. Yeah, I hate when the government is like holding your hand. Cradle to the fucking grave, dude. Children should fucking die. Parents should allow their children in the wealthiest nation on earth to fucking die of famine, okay? To die of not having enough food on the fucking table. Or just leave them alone at the house with like, electrical tools, okay? Because they have to go to fucking work. Why become more white as he got older? Am I tripping? I don't fucking know. By the dumbest shit too. Where's the father? Where's the father? Fuck you, dude. Father's out busy fucking your mom. Okay, that's what's going on. That's right. I'm the father. I'm fucking your mom now, and I'm fucking your wife too. That's right. Now you're my son.
Fog.
I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father too. That's right. Now you're my son.
Fog.
I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up. That's not how babies work. Shut up, bitch.
Fog.
I'm not the stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up. That's not how babies work. Shut up, bitch. Those were the updates today. Oh, there were updates today. Pell Grants for college were expanded and Medicare hearing care is in the bill now. Oh, so no dental and no vision, but they do have hearing care. Nice. That whole thread had so much transphobia in it too for a reason, assuming Leo's gender. Papega. Wait, what?
Hassle.
Helping children and people through healthcare is thievery. That money belongs to the hardworking CEOs and shareholders. Yeah. Sure. By the way, no sign of dad. Where was your fucking dad, Charlie? I mean, fatherlessness is a real problem in the conservative party. Holy shit. How did you guys become such fucking delusional psychos? Maybe that was the reason. I don't know. Democrats took so much flack for this shit bill they released. You can't make this up for it. Yes. I do think that.
Thank you, Hassel.
I think that sometimes you have to fucking put your foot down and say no, just to show that you have the power to do so. They're not going to do it. And also, the consequences of someone saying no is much, much worse for Democrats. There's a rotating villain attitude within the Democratic Party because a lot of the Democrats, like the bulk of the Democratic caucus, believes in the same shit that Kirsten Sinema believes in, or at least like they don't really care too much about it. You know what I mean? They either straight up don't want it, or they just don't care if it doesn't pass one way or the other. So there's always a rotating cast member or a rotating villain. And ultimately, those rotating villains actually win support from the real people that matter, the real constituencies, the corporate benefactors, when they play the role of a spoiler. Whereas progressives, on the other hand, actually are interested in like at least causing a little bit of material harm reduction. And because of that, they have to just ultimately. That's right, brother. I'm a goddamn Republican. Yeah, I believe in individual liberties, and I also believe that the only way to achieve individual liberties is by making people who steal the money off of the fucking hardworking laborers pay back at least somewhat of a fairer percentage of the yearly fucking revenue gains that they make. Yeah. The only way to improve everyone's individual liberties and freedoms, okay, is by making sure that those who make a living without working, I mean, is it really work? You're just sitting around watching a number go up? I mean, that's crazy. That's foolish, right? Make a living because others are working under them. Pay their fair share in taxes. That's the only way to go forward. Okay, so House progressives have made it clear where they stand. They support the framework, but they want public support from all 50 senators. Members of our caucus will not vote for the infrastructure bill without the bill back. Yeah, this sucks. They're ultimately going to. This is what Bernie said earlier today too. They're gonna vote for it. They're gonna vote for it. Gonna elect more progressives. Progressives don't have leverage because the Dems don't actually want it to pass. Then show it. At some point, you got to put your fucking foot down, dude.
Repeating jokes, Pogo.
At a certain point, you got to say enough is enough. Like, we're not fucking playing ball because they absolutely know that progressives will cave no matter what. So that's why for the past 3 months, this bill is so fucking watered down and so dog shit that it literally doesn't matter. We lose in the midterms, even if it passes. We as the Democratic Party, can't believe I'm saying that. Democrats lose in the midterms, even if it doesn't pass. It straight up does not matter. It doesn't matter. It's a loss anyway. Biden to House Dems this morning to the House and Senate majorities, and my presidency will be determined by what happens in the next week. I need you to help me. I need your votes. Yeah, he's saying like, I need your votes, the Progressive Caucus. It's over. Just
I chat hassle.
Know that, it's not your fault. There's nothing you can do about it. New Pelosi, what about, the thousands of people, what about the millions of families that can get child credits, right? But the argument never revolves around, okay, what about the additional fucking 12 million kids that were also slated to get child tax credits? No, you never have that conversation. It's always when it comes down to the progressives holding it up.
Keckle.
Up.
Keckle.
The only hope for Dems is to buy seniors vote with Medicare provisions, but the House is 100% gone. The Senate will be.
14 months.
The Senate will probably will be. Yeah, I think that it's a wrap. Dude, if you're a progressive, how do you keep the momentum as a progressive voter? If you feel like
14 months left.
After a certain point, like there are certain parts of this conversation where I've stood against like the forced to vote people. But like there's a certain point in the conversation where it's like, well, okay, well, you can't just be like a nice Democrat. You know what I mean? You have to also do something.
Freedom, brother.
And right now, the Progressive Caucus is larger than the opposition in the fucking House. It's nuts, dude. It's actually fucking nuts. I can't read. This is, right here. 13 district strong residents deserve votes on both the Build Back Better Act and so-called bipartisanship. It doesn't matter. They're saying that they're going to vote. They already conceded. They caved. The Progressive Caucus is saying they're going to vote yes on this All we need is a fucking pinky promise that you're gonna vote for this 1.7 trillion, right?
Love you,
Will you
Hasan
please pay for the 1.7 trillion too? Will you vote it? I can't wait. I really hope. Fuck it, dude. I really fucking hope, straight up, that Kirsten Sinema at the end says, no, I'm not gonna vote for the other one. I'm just voting for the bipartisan bill. Fuck it. Let it fucking eviscerate.
Hasan, you are such a poser socialist. You're not part of the international socialist movement.
Yeah, I read it. Good test. How would you even counter those two people? Not entirely sure how that would work. I'm in favor of literally fucking holding them in contempt of Congress, you know, using like, finding like an ancient rule in Congress from like, you know, 1884 to just be like, yeah, you're a woman and you're in the, you know, using like, finding like an ancient rule in Congress from like, you know, 1884 to just be like, yeah, you're a woman and you're in the fucking halls of Congress, you're going to jail automatically. Like specifically just applying it to Kirsten Sinema, for example, and being like, we'll overrule this rule. We'll turn this around if you know, vote the way we want you to. And this is what Joe Biden said. Yep, this is an ancient rule in Congress from like, you know, 1884 to just be like, yeah, you're a woman and you're in the fucking halls of Congress, you're going to jail automatically. Like specifically just applying it to Kirsten Sinema, for example, and being like, we'll overrule this rule. We'll turn this around if you know, vote the way we want you to. And this is what Joe Biden said. Yep, this is
hours and hours and hours over months and months working on this. No one got everything they wanted.
That's bullshit. There are two people that got everything they wanted, and they were representing the interests of corporations and the wealthy. Those two people were Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. They got literally everything they wanted. They wanted a time in the spotlight. They wanted to fucking tank this bill and water it down until it was a fucking crumb of what it once was. They wanted to stop pharmaceutical price bargaining on Medicare. They wanted to stop like alley-oop, the billionaire tax. That became the vector of everyone's attention. No, this sucks. This sucks dick. This is terrible. The original amount was supposed to be $6 trillion. They lowered it to 3.5 out of the gate, and now we have left, what we have left in our hands is $1.75 trillion. No, this sucks. This sucks dick. This is terrible. The original amount was supposed to be $6 trillion. They lowered it to 3.5 out of the gate, and now we have left, what we have left in our hands is $1.75 trillion. Do you know how much this bill is? 1.75 is such an insane number, way more than enough. Why would we waste that much money on freeloaders? We would be better serve fixing this crumbling infrastructure. Shut the fuck up, dude. Good one. Do you know how much this bill is? 1.75 is such an insane number, way more than enough. Why would we waste that much money on freeloaders? We would be better serve fixing this crumbling infrastructure. Shut the fuck up, dude. Good one. Do you know how much this bill is? 1.75 is such an insane number, way more than enough. Why would we waste that much money on freeloaders? We would be better serve fixing this crumbling infrastructure. Shut the fuck up, dude. Good one. Remember, progressives that were fighting for this weren't fighting for themselves or their own like selfish desires. They were fighting for Joe Biden's administration's agenda. And I believe they were fighting for the future of the Democratic Party. So make no mistake. Do not let anyone fucking forget this, okay? That AOC and Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, like when they were out there, when they were out there fighting, they were fighting for Joe Biden. Like they weren't even fucking fighting for, their weird like pork spending or some shit. They were literally like, this is what Joe said he was gonna do, and we're fighting for it. And two motherfuckers that represent the interests of the broader Democratic coalition, let's be fucking real, were able to just dick through the entire thing. And now the conversation, please. Come on, we'll vote yes on this. Pinky promise. So yeah, Democrats deserve to fucking lose. Republicans deserve to go to hell, politicians. And, fuck it. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing. I have no power. It makes me so mad to cover the shit nonstop. How would you even counter those two people? Not entirely sure how that would work. I'm in favor of literally fucking holding them in contempt of Congress, using finding an ancient rule in Congress from 1884 to just be like, yeah, you're a woman and you're in the fucking halls of Congress, you're going to jail automatically. Like specifically just applying it to Kirsten Sinema, for example, and being like, we'll overrule this rule. We'll turn this around if you vote the way we want you to. And this is what Joe Biden said.
Hours and hours over months and months working on this. No one got everything they wanted.
That's bullshit. There are two people that got everything they wanted, and they were representing the interests of corporations and the wealthy. Those two people were Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. They got literally everything they wanted. They wanted a time in the spotlight. They wanted to fucking tank this bill and water it down until it was a fucking crumb of what it once was. They wanted to stop pharmaceutical price bargaining on Medicare. They wanted to stop any sort of extra taxes on people making more than $400,000 a year. So that fucking happened, right? They stopped that. They stopped a fucking fake last second alley-oop to the billionaire tax. That became the vector of everyone's attention. No, this sucks. This sucks dick. This is terrible. The original amount was supposed to be $6 trillion. They lowered it to 3.5 out of the gate. And now we have, you know how much this bill is? 1.75 is such an insane number. Way more than enough. Why would we waste that much money on freeloaders? We would better serve fixing this crumbling infrastructure. Shut the fuck up, dude. Good one. Come on, we'll vote yes on this. Pinky promise. So yeah, Democrats deserve to fucking lose. Republicans deserve to go to hell, politicians. And, fuck it. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing. I have no power. It makes me so mad to cover the shit nonstop. No matter who we choose, corruption is spilling all over. I just don't understand, I don't understand why anyone, and I mean anyone, and I seriously mean it, why would you fucking vote when you see this unfold in front of your eyes? What difference does it fucking make? Run for city council positions and, build momentum. Because you told us to? I mean, yeah. Run for city council positions and, build momentum. Because you told us to? I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it's still, still harm reduction. So go off, I guess. It's fucking harm reduction. People that say revolution now are fucking delusional, dude. Like, it's just like, shut up. You're being a silly bitch. What revolution, motherfucker? You can't even get the people that we fucking voted in office to like push for a budget. Like, what revolution? It's clear.
Democracy. Important things done for the country. I know it's hard. I know how deeply people feel about the things that they fight for.
This is so pathetic, too. It's like, dude, it's such a fucking pathetic loser. This is not alpha mindset from Joe Biden, I'll be honest.
But this framework includes historic investments in our nation and in our people. Any single element of this framework would fundamentally viewed.
I think getting Bernie elected wasn't unrealistic. These things take time. Okay, building labor power and labor momentum takes fucking so much time. It's a painful process too. It's not going to happen overnight. There's no class consciousness in this country. There is no labor action in this country. There's no labor organizing for the most part. And it takes fucking time. So when people come in here and fantasize about like a revolution, I'm like, what fucking revolution? Where are the Marxists? In the words of Slavoj Žižek, where are the Marxists? Okay. Anyway, it's fucked. It's fucked no matter what. Okay. Gillibrand lobbied Manchin. Okay. Anyway, it's fucked. It's fucked no matter what. Okay. Gillibrand lobbied Manchin intensely on paid family leave on the Senate floor. She wouldn't let him get where he wanted to go without saying her piece. If you let me write it, I will write it. I just want it in this bill, she exclaimed at one point. It's so cheap. Manchin wanted to talk to GOP Senator Langford, but Gillibrand followed him to the floor, at one point grabbing his arm to keep his attention. I'm working with him. I'm bringing him various ideas. Yeah, okay, dude. Fight him. Fight him. You got military training. Beat his ass. Then I'll believe you. Just fucking beat his ass. Clap his fucking ass cheeks, dude. Literally pummel his skull in on the fucking floor of the Senate. And then I'll believe you that you care. Do it. Square the fuck up. Embarrass him. Make him look like a pathetic little bitch. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm saying if Kirsten Gillibrand wants to show that she's with it, fucking beat his ass, dude. Straight up. No in a video game. Whoa, this isn't Taiwanistan? Yeah, just use the Taiwan method, dude. Or the Turkish method. That shit happens in the Turkish parliament too. I'm working with him. I'm bringing him various ideas. Says he wants an employee-based system. See how no one is stopping them? That's what I want. I want Kirsten Gillibrand to fucking just grab Joe Manchin by his like wonderful hairline, which he fucking does not deserve, and just fucking slam his skull in. Okay? Just, grab a fucking ruler and just like pummel his fucking skull in. That's what I want to watch. See how no one is stopping them? That's what I want. I want Kirsten Gillibrand to fucking just grab Joe Manchin by his like wonderful hairline, which he fucking does not deserve, and just fucking slam his skull in. Okay? Just, grab a fucking ruler and just like pummel his fucking skull in. That's what I want to watch. this shit. Aw, pussies, dude. Here, look at that, dude. Paid leave for new mothers. The U.S. is one of 8 countries without national paid maternity leave. Some of those nations, small islands in the Western Pacific, are too small to be seen on this map. The average length for those that have the leave is 29 weeks. We were going for 12. 4 to 12 weeks is like literally not good enough for most African nations, dude. New from me and Brez reports the House will vote on a short-term extension of surface transportation authorization tonight. Then they will leave for the weekend and come back next week to consider the infrastructure. Lol, like there wasn't even a need to do a whip count this time. We don't have one. Chatters, we literally do not have paid family leave. For mothers, not even fucking like for fathers. We don't even have maternal paid family leave in this fucking country. Billy D was right when he quoted you saying the U.S. is a third world with a Gucci belt. It is. It's a third world country with a fucking Gucci belt. Now let me show you some other shit. Conservatives love talking about freedom of speech, brother, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. It's only when you can say the N-word or be transphobic. That's when freedom of speech is only when Dave Chappelle gets $20 million for his comedy special and then still cries about it non-fucking stop. Freedom of speech is never afforded to the fucking workers. Remember how I said cancel culture is not fucking real, but the real cancel culture actually occurs to the working class? They can be canceled for anything, literally anything in this fucking country, in almost every single goddamn state. Your boss can just straight up cancel you for whatever fucking reason. Well, guess what? Okay. In Alabama, coal miners have been striking. We covered the story a while back. In Alabama, coal miners have been striking for quite some time now. Okay? For months. Took over. Shut down the mine, wanted to fucking take out all the coal that they had extracted already. Okay? So that's what happened. Well, let me tell you something. Guess what? Freedom of speech, right? Which includes freedom to assemble, right? A right to assembly. Wait, where the fuck is it? Instead of bargaining with the striking mine workers, it appears that the warrior Met Coal has chosen to pour money into coordinated smear campaign and use court orders to try and kill the strike. So, what ended up happening is a judge suspended all pickets within 300 yards of any warrior Met entrance. Any picketers for evening, owl, and day tomorrow do not need to be on the picket line until this order is deciphered. Anyone on the picket line within 300 yards will be held in contempt of court. Free speech, right? We love coal miners, right? Why is nobody talking about this? It's such a dub. How is this legal? Anything is legal in this country as long as it fucking protects the interests of capital. When will motherfuckers learn? But hey, I'm a fucking bi-coastal elitist piece of shit who loves green energy, so I clearly don't give a fuck about the sanctity and safety and well-being of these fucking coal miners and the profits that they fucking generated for BlackRock, right? No, I do fucking care. You know who doesn't care? The fucking Republican politicians that only bring up coal miners as a talking point. The Democratic politicians that only bring up labor rights as a talking point. It's so easy for Joe Biden to fucking call this shit out by name. When will you motherfuckers learn that laws mean nothing, okay? The court system will do whatever it can to protect the interests of capital against the interests of workers. What the fuck? This is literally at the heart of the conversation that I try to help you. There are no rules. The rules are made up by those who are in positions of power, and those who are in positions of power have a financial interest. or have an interest that is diametrically opposed to your interest as a worker. If you do not own capital, then you do not have rights. You do not have liberties. Everything is subject to change. The only rule is at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5 or you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. If you have a Twitch Prime, maybe your fucking boss had an Amazon Prime account laying around and you took that and you connected to your Twitch account and now you're using that. But then you have one free Twitch Prime you can use a month. So you avoid the fucking ads. You know what I mean? That was personal. Yeah, that was a good one. I know. A Twitch Prime. Maybe your fucking boss had an Amazon Prime account laying around and you took that and you connected to your Twitch account and now you're using that. But then you have one free Twitch Prime you can use a month. So you avoid the fucking ads. You know what I mean? That was personal. Yeah, that was a good one. I know. But yeah, Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime, or $5. And that's the regular subscription. Here's the ad now. You are demon piss. As a white dickhead, my favorite educational take was when you said white issues were the same as class issues. What? Yeah, I mean, white issues are literally just class issues. Because white people individually, on the virtue of being white, are not fucking oppressed because they're white. They're oppressed because they're workers. They're oppressed because they're laborers. They're oppressed because, you know, they have some other kind of marginalization. But that is so fucking hard for people to comprehend. They're like, what? What the fuck do you mean? Wait, no, it's not true. It's like, no shot. Well, black people have black issues. Yeah, it's like, yeah. That doesn't mean if you're white, that means you're automatically privileged, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Do not misunderstand me. Do the Dems think that this bill is going to help maintain their razor-thin majority come the midterms? Republicans do such a good job at drumming up support for the party agenda. Democrats do so spineless, and I fucking hate it. Yeah, I saw that. I heard about it, rather. Timothy Chalamet posted this, said, coal baron uses government to enrich himself via mining company, ignores overwhelming will of the people out of naked greed, actively destroying the climate, dooming millions. Baron Harkonnen uses government to enrich himself via family mining company, ignores overwhelming will of the people out of naked greed, actively destroying the climate, doing millions. Love that. Anyway. Democrats need to act more like the Republicans when their members get out of line. Manchin and Sinema should be removed from their committees. Remove them from their committee positions. Use like old ass fucking rules to throw them in jail in contempt of Congress or something. I don't care. Literally, if there's like a rule, if there's like a fucking old like colonies rule about like flogging, do it. Use it straight up. Don't care. Oh, as a woman, did you wear a dress to Congress? Jail. And flogging. As a man, did you have a fucking weird haircut? Jail. Congress. In contempt of Congress. And also flogging. Like, I don't care. Like, just find something in the rule books and use it against them. You know, I just don't care. I literally don't care. Do something. Do anything, okay? And I literally don't care if it's discriminatory. Like, I just straight up do not care. Like, oh, yeah, as a man, you dare show your hairline and not like a powdered wig, as is the case in, you know, in the colonies. Well, jail for you, sir. Flogging. Stone him. Straight up. Stone him. What about precedent law? No, there is like, this is what Republicans do best. They find precedent. They literally will like pull a goddamn rule out of their asshole from like 1849 and be like, well, this is a rule. Sorry, rules are rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always do that shit. And you know, we know it's bullshit. Find one, dude. I'm sure there's like some kind of fucking psychotic rule in there. Yeah, flog Kirsten Sinema for fucking being a harlot with Mitt Romney. Fuck it, throw Romney in the pile too. You know what I mean? Joe Manchin as well. Sick the EPA, honest families, coal mine, have OSHA show up, random inspections every 2 days. Fuck it. Yeah, I don't understand why we don't do more of that shit. Make their life a living fucking hell.
After months of productive good faith negotiations with POTUS and White House, we have made significant progress on the proposed budget reconciliation package. I look forward to getting this done, expanding economic opportunities.
Kirsten Sinema, the most ratioed congressperson, by the way. It's like Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema that are like the most ratioed congressperson, other than like Republicans. Here, I'm being fucking nice. Let's see how quickly we can fucking ratio her. Chat is we've done faster ratios on fucking, you know, Ben Shapiro in the past. I'm being tame. I'm being tame. Seditious can be nice. Let's see how quickly we can fucking ratio her. Chat is we've done faster ratios on fucking, you know, Ben Shapiro in the past. I'm being tame. I'm being tame. Seditious conspiracy, defined under federal law as taking action either to overthrow the U.S. government or use force to prevent, hinder, delay execution of any law of the United States, to seize, take, possess any property of the United States. While treason is a crime punishable by death in the United States, the maximum penalty for seditious conspiracy is 20 years. Good, let's do that. Use seditious conspiracy against Kirsten Sinema. I'm happy with that. Yeah, this is not even a joke. According to the Washington Post, this is all fucking Republicans. Distribution of ratios for median tweet by members of Congress with the 20 highest median ratios across all tweets. Democrats are in blue, Republicans are in red. They fucking grafted up. Do what they did to Eugene Debs? Yep. Yeah, that's right, dude. Hey, speaking of like fucking FDR era politics and shit, Eugene Debs was literally thrown in jail. An army of commercial news outlets complaining that Facebook is choosing to make money off divisive content. This is like every fat hawking burger chain from McDonald's to In-N-Out teaming up to denounce Big Gulp. Yo, if you care about this right now, I'm sorry, dude. You're a fucking pathetic piece of shit. Okay? It's just so, like, this shit is so dumb. This shit is so fucking dumb. The awesome hypocrisy of the Facebook papers' moral panic. Like, it's such an obvious demonstration that Matt Taibbi just is a fucking straight up Substack grifter now and doesn't give a fuck about anything other than like clicks for his stupid fucking dumbass Substack. So pathetic, so fucking painful, so stupid. Like, dude, this is what you choose to fucking write about? Damn, bro, we couldn't fucking ratio Kirsten Sinema. What the fuck is going on, chat? God, he fucking sucks so much. Got 30,000 motherfuckers in here, dude. It's been fucking 5 minutes since I posted this. This is crazy. I used to love the tar food. Okay, there we go. Ratio achieved. Okay, I can live. I don't have, I do have gray hairs, but you can't see it from over there. It just looks like I have gray hairs from the lighting. Okay, we did it. Major PRO Act provision that fines employers for unfair labor practices. If I can have him on. Who cares about ratioing someone, though? I feel like promoting it, you're kind of pushing the idea that Twitter likes equals truth or goodness or something. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just makes me feel good, and it makes us feel good as a community, and it makes that other person feel bad. I'm super petty about, like, Kristen Sinema, Joe Manchin, and the Democrats that, like, hold up progress. I make no mistake. It's not like any sort of material restitution or anything like that. It's just simply petty as fuck. But these are petty fucking criminals. So, you know, if they feel bad, if they feel bad even for like a second, I feel good about it. I feel like it's like, what else? At the end, what do we have? That's why I was like, you're not going to actually like fucking make changes by yelling at Kristen Sinema in the bathroom. That's never going to happen. Let's be real. But at the very least, you'll feel good. It'll feel good for a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm petty as fuck. Anyway, speaking of Kristen Sinema, I'm gonna keep doing some doo-doo on here. So in the process of like eviscerating the crumbs that were going to be afforded to the working class, Mitt Romney and Malding, you're probably like, what does this have to do with anything? Well, the reason why this has to do with everything is because Felix Biederman of the Chapo Trap House podcast, which was my co-host for this week instead of Will, taking the place of Will, called this. I mean, this literally looks like a porno, first of all. It just straight up looks like a Brazzers set. But that's not far from the truth because they are fucking. In my headcanon, they are now fucking. Ken posted Felix's 2 tweets back in July. He said, Mitt Romney is probably totally in love with Kristen Sinema. He sees her wearing desert boots and a sequin cardigan, and he's like, Lordy, that's quite an outfit, haha. He's never met a woman like that. He wants some epic shit to happen to him. She's one tough cookie, he says. So yesterday on the fucking podcast, this dude, we were talking about exactly this when we shot the podcast, which is available now. He was so hard.
He's never met a woman like this. This is like he's doing 500 Days of Summer. He really is. He's like, have you seen the videos of them like talking?
I have not.
It's so
Are
like
they into one another? Like you can sense a little bit of
I don't think
sexual
she's
tension.
as into him. She would be like, oh, he'd be an interesting screw. I don't know what she talks like.
That's canon.
I don't know why I made
That's
her
now
sound
canon.
like that.
No, she sounds like
Yeah,
that.
she's like a gross bartender from North Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like that. But Mitt Romney was like, oh, you're going to break the internet with that. Because that's the most current cultural reference he has.
Yeah.
Is break the internet.
Breaking the internet.
And it's like, he's sprung as fuck. Because like, no, Anne's like bad. You know, like Anne's like, they're like 75.
Bro, Mormons
they look great.
fuck. Like,
Yeah.
they fuck.
No, Mitt Romney probably like beasts his wife and shit. But for sure. With that, because that's the most current cultural reference he has.
Yeah.
Is break the internet.
Breaking the internet.
And it's like he's sprung as fuck because like, no, Anne's like bad. You know, like Anne's like they're like 75.
Bro, Mormons
they look great.
fuck. Like
Yeah.
they fuck.
No, Mitt Romney probably like beasts his wife and shit. But for sure. And if he's just soaking, he can probably do this thing where he never gets out of there, but he like
Athletic.
He's super athletic.
He definitely works out.
Yeah, but like he's never met a woman like he's never met like an epic woman.
There's more on that. We riff back and forth a little bit further on that, but like the most sex I had when I converted from my high school sweetheart, like best sex ever because it felt so bad. What? Oh. Mitt Romney probably soaks watching your wife cool the dishes, bruh. What? New Zealand's about to reach 90% 2 doses, and the right-wing party national want a time limit on vaccine passports we haven't introduced yet. Judith Collins was like, oh, okay, I don't care. I don't care to hear about countries that are like successfully implementing policies that we have a hard time launching off the ground, okay? No one cares. Okay, yeah, great, dude. Yeah, you guys are doing fucking great, all right? Yeah, it's New Zealand. Yeah, look at us. Yeah, fuck you, United States. Yeah, New Zealand, not real, okay? The Canada of Australia. I'm really fucking, I got daggers out, dude, for all of you, okay? Do you think Chapo has helped or hurt the progressive movement as a whole? One day you will see my message, no flame, just venting. What a fucking dumb question. Of course it's helped the progressive movement, dude. What the fuck? Like, ultimately, I think a lot of people don't understand broadcasters and podcasters. Like, we're not doing it exclusively because we're like, oh man, we gotta like fucking build working class momentum. That happens as a consequence of what we do, but to a certain degree, or at least like I try to do it with the best of my, to the best of my ability. But how would they hurt? And what movement would they hurt? Like, I don't understand. People don't realize that a lot of left shit just comes across as nerd shit. Yeah. Only one person lives in New Zealand, and it's that woodworking streamer who's the sweetest human being that ever exists. Yeah, Brock. I always forget there's dipshits who believe that if you/Chapo weren't making content, the working class would have an armed revolt already. Yeah, they would. Okay? They would. But completely outside of our power. Our influence or power is marginal. Okay? Not even meaningful. Okay? It's just completely inconsequential for the most part. What actually does matter... What is this? I'm tired of the patriarchy. A sweet message for you. Hasan D. Piker is the exception. You literally just linked me your own TikTok. This is one view on it. Anyway, we ultimately have no fucking power whatsoever. But if there's ever going to be like a working class movement, it would revolve around. It would be accelerationist and fascist in nature. What is this? I'm tired of the patriarchy. Tom Piker's
Men are stupid, and I don't respect them.
Okay, thank you. We truly need socialist Zoomer influencer like you in Brazil. She's tough in here. I mean, it's not up to us, man. It's up to you. Okay? It's not up to me. I can't do shit. I'm just one fucking person. Even without this community, I'm one fucking person yelling into my... So even on like making changes inside of Twitch, I am ultimately completely fucking powerless without my community. That's just the reality. Tonight, my timeline will stand as living proof that we have been warning about people of the shit the dirtbag leftists pulled in the name of leftism for years. DevOps at Walmart. Demsock liking anarchism, anti-fascist, BLM abolish the police, views her mind, not employers, he, him. Don't fucking pretend like Jimmy Dore and the Boogaloo friendly gas leak left came out of nowhere. What? Look, man, just because you're a leftist doesn't mean you don't have a mental, like I don't know why we just like make this assumption that, well, that guy's a leftist, so obviously he's going to make he's going to say smart things. Okay, I'm not even going to read the rest of this. It's so fucking stupid. It's just like, we always assume that like the people on our side, like functionally on our side, are smart or clever or intelligent or, you know, apply dialectical materialist perspectives into every... You might be afraid to say it, but I can say with my entire fucking chest that white people do automatically get privilege. Privilege? You mean white privilege? Yeah. Yes. The privilege of not being discriminated against for the color of your skin. But like, white people still make up the working class, and those people still are oppressed by the capitalist order of the economy. So white privilege doesn't fucking mean shit if you're homeless, dude. Or it doesn't mean shit if you're fucking driving Uber on top of your like regular 9-to-5 to make ends meet. So thank you for your bravery. Like, it's so dumb though. It's just the additional factor that does not exist there. But that's it. So I don't know why the fuck you like lose your mind. It's just so stupid. There is no privilege there. I already fucking admit that. But it's inconsequential if you consider the material conditions ultimately that like poor white people are still subjected to. Okay? Like, rad libs have like such a weird distorted way of looking at the world where it's like, okay, the fuck? I don't disagree that white people do have privilege over other races because they just don't get additional discrimination That privilege only exists when you are literally in the exact same material circumstances. And yes, in that situation, a white person is like marginally better, depending on your situation, of course, or significantly better off overall. But that's it. If all else are equal, which in many instances is not the case, regardless. Hot take? Even before people say class reductionist, if motherfuckers say I'm a class reductionist because I said that like Oprah Winfrey is in a better position overall than a fucking white homeless person.
And do you trust that Senators Manchin and Sinema will vote based off of what is outlined in this framework?
I agree with you in extreme cases, but I feel like there are certain aspects in which impoverished white people have privileges that wealthy people of color do not have. I'm not having this conversation, okay? I'm just not having this conversation.
Well, I trust the President of the United States. And again, the text is out there. If they have anybody, any senator, any House member.
Motherfuckers say impoverished white people. Yeah, like a white person in a fucking trailer park is better off than like that's in the minds of fucking a black business owner, yes, still has some issues that they are subjected to by virtue of the color of their skin, but ultimately is in a better position overall than a fucking white person who's homeless or living in a fucking trailer park. Holy shit. That's so stupid. All of these conversations, especially if we're talking about like fucking black workers, white workers, whatever, are divisive for no fucking reason, because if paired on class boundaries rather than race or ethnic backgrounds, obviously this doesn't mean nations, especially if we're talking about like fucking black workers, white workers, whatever, are divisive for no fucking reason, because if paired on class boundaries rather than race or ethnic backgrounds, obviously this doesn't mean do not address or recognize some of those fucking racial boundaries and the subjugation that comes along with that. But if you don't fucking want to organize on class issues, then just say it. Just be like, I don't care. I don't want to do that. I'm not even remotely interested in progress. Literally escaping intergenerational poverty. They're 1.5 generations removed from total generational poverty. Okay? Every black person that is a descendant of slaves in this country, straight the fuck up, escaped intergenerational poverty by 1.5 decades. That is a profound achievement. However, having said that, there are still people that have been able to do that. Okay? And those people are now, despite other kinds of discrimination that they face on a daily basis, better off than like a poor fucking white person that lives in a goddamn trailer park. Okay? Oh, it's such a stupid fucking conversation to have, and it's such a stupid fucking conversation to try to like quantify. Because it's like it goes against building solidarity, and I hate having this conversation.
Have some suggestions about where their comfort level is or their dismay might be, then we welcome that. But I trust the President of the United States. We will. We have, all the things I named, we have agreement on most of those things. Now, when people see the language, they may say, well, this goes more further than I thought.
Fucking respect this person a little bit more, okay? That's right. Mr. and Mrs. Nancy Pelosi, the duo trade team, absolutely spectacular. I wonder how they do that. I wonder how they do such things. Probably no other reason other than just, wise investments, right? Bro, I found out, and this is something that Ethan taught me actually on the Leftovers podcast, which will be out on Sunday. There are traders that follow Nancy Pelosi's husband's movements. Yeah, interesting. Now, it's not Nancy that personally is making these wise investment decisions. I mean, it's not just her portfolio. It's her husband's portfolio.
And
information that guides your, you know, guides your portfolio changes. The it factor, the I and the T. It's called insider trading. That's the it. But that's illegal and wrong? What do you mean, brother? What the fuck are you talking about? It's illegal and wrong. What? Huh. But that's illegal and wrong? What do you mean, brother? What the fuck are you talking about? It's illegal and wrong. What? Huh. Kelly Loeffler has that it factor. Well, Kelly Loeffler's husband, too.
the chance to say what they wish.
I love when people say, didn't they just buy fucking some blue chip, tech companies like every retail investor does? Yeah, totally. Like shorting fucking hospitality. That's just a normal trade, dude. What are you gonna do? They just listen to Gary Vee. Yeah, exactly. While politicians throughout can still actively trade stocks while in office, jail. Straight up. I think that's fair, dude. I think that's straight up fucking fair. The most fair.
Let me just say a few words. Number one, I think before there is a vote in the House on the infrastructure bill, the members of the House have a right to know.
Being like, we're not budging, we're not bending. You need to make sure that all proposals are passed. He's literally like, please just vote yes on our bill too, and not just the budget reconciliation. That's Bernardo, dude.
The bill that the president announced.
That's my main man, Bernardo.
It's probably the most consequential bill since the 1960s in terms of protecting the needs of working families, our children, the elderly, the sick, and the poor. It is a major, major step forward. But clearly, to my mind, it has some major gaps in it. The American people are very, very clear that they are sick and tired of paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. There is, to the best of my knowledge, no language in there that takes on the pharmaceutical industry, demands Medicare, negotiating prices, and lowers the cost of prescription drugs in America. And that's a major problem, anything about it. So that's the other issue.
Do you think the House should pass?
Do you need from Senators Manchin and Sinema?
I don't need anything. They need, they are going to have to, the members of the House, in my view, are going to have an insurance. What we have said is, all of you know, from day one, that both of these bills are limited. I support the infrastructure bill, but I want to see a strong Build Back Better bill as well, and they're linked together. So what you don't want to see is the infrastructure bill passed and then not have the kind of Build Back Better bill that we need, and that's why you need 50 members on board before there should be a vote, in my view, in the House.
Speaker Pelosi wants to hold that vote tonight. So will members of the House have that assurance?
I can't answer that. I honestly don't know.
So you're not on board with this framework as it's now drafted?
I want to see it in language. I want to see it improved.
Bernie Sanders has a rotary phone with him at all times. I love that. He just carries around a rotary phone. For the Zoomers in the chat, that's the fucking phone that you... like a circle numbers, and you have to like pull back the crank to put each individual number in.
And again, I think it's important to state that if you look at what's in this bill, we are doing in this bill what has not been done in many, many decades in protecting the needs of working families, the children, our environment, climate change. It is really quite consequential, but I think it needs to be improved, and I'm going to do my best to.
What was your message to House progressives?
I just gave it. Thank you very much.
Cocked. Oh, okay. Everything Facebook revealed. Jayapal progressives intend to vote for both. Yeah, that's we already know. I want to see what like the conservative rhetoric is though. If your number had a bunch of 9s and 0s in it, you weren't getting called on a rotary. Fuck that shit. I want to know what the conservative. My girlfriend says you look like a Russian gymnastics coach from behind the Iron Curtain. Duh.
How does it end?
Something is better than nothing, and what the fuck can you say to Joe Manchin to make him not be a corrupt coal prince? Nothing. Just beat his ass. I already said it. Inject Joe Biden with fucking a TRT, get him worked up, fucking make him smoke a little bit of angel dust, and beat the shit out of Joe Manchin.
President Biden begging Democrats to save his rear end before jetting off to Europe to see the Pope.
What can you do? Like, I mean, what can you do? Literally, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
This framework would fundamentally be viewed as a fundamental change in America. Taken together, they're truly consequential. When paired with the bipartisan infrastructure bill, we will truly transform this nation. As I said before, these plans are fiscally responsible. They are fully paid for. They don't add a single penny to the deficit. I want everyone to be able to, if they want to be a millionaire or billionaire, to be able to seek their goal. But all I'm asking is, pay your fair share.
Okay.
The radical Democrats, dude. They're so radical. Radical.
Threatening to blow up Biden's big plans.
So you're not on board with this framework as it's now drafted?
I want to see it in language. I want to see it improved.
Look at this radical Democrat with a fucking rotary phone in his pocket, dude. So scary. They want old people to be able to have vision and dental coverage. Radical. We want paid family leave for at least 12 weeks, which is like what they have in Zimbabwe. Radical. Okay? You know, that sort of radical shit. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking crazy. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. I mean, that's just like young people regardless. We can't even fucking lower Medicare eligibility to like 55. 90% approval rating, by the way. Remember, you know, it's not about the constituents. It's never about the constituents. It has nothing to do with helping the people or doing things to get reelected.
To a yes. Progressives have also been clamoring to see text of the bill. Pelosi just dropped the 2,400 pages worth. So bust out your reading glasses, Jesse, old man, is being crystal clear.
Are you holding an infrastructure vote today? Have you made that decision?
Man, I really care. I want to make sure that there was some compromise in this one. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that there was some bipartisanship achieved. There's some compromise with who? Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin and, you know, Bob Menendez and maybe Maggie Hasan and a bunch of other those fucking pathetic little sniveling cowards that didn't actually speak out and let Kristen Sinema become the punching bag because she like literally can only come when the entire nation is calling her a fucking piece of shit. I'm glad that we arrived at that compromise though. It's true though. That's like she gets off on it at 100%.
So are you holding an infrastructure vote today? Are you holding an infrastructure?
A true leader. So, Jesse, there is a Democrat victory in here. They have made it so Americans see 1.
I've never had the, like, you know, when you look at like old people and they're fucking fragile and you're like, oh, we must protect them. And then I see politicians and I have the exact opposite. Like, I'm just like the exact opposite feelings. Okay. They're not right feelings. They're not correct, but I'm always like, man, a gentle breeze. Come on. Just something.
7.5 as a small number because they began with 3 trillion, which means their strategy actually worked and we're screwed.
The Beltway story, though, because for the rest of the American people, this two-headed monster of a bill is not going to affect them in a positive way, especially in the short term. Does nothing for the border or inflation.
Wait, he's not wrong. I mean, fuck the border shit. That doesn't matter. That's just like what they're going to fucking ham on. but he's literally not wrong. God damn it, I hate when they're fucking right. Yeah, there's nothing in the short term. Okay, that's true, 100%. Okay, wait, you think Dems overpromise? Like they don't overpromise. They underpromise, and then still end up not even meeting the fucking low ass bar that they set for themselves.
Already have, right?
Literally, Joe Rogan was saying this. Of course he was.
Now, they already own the border crisis, and they're slipping in this bill. I did read some of it, Greg.
And why did you cape for Biden in 2020? There is no other alternative, and Democrats know that. That's why they're fucking weaponizing it, okay? That's why. Like, this is such a... And even then, I was extremely critical of Joe Biden, and I still have been. I never stopped being critical. And the Democrats at that time, literally, or like the liberal defenders of the Democratic Party would come in here and tell me I was a fucking villain for not enthusiastically getting everyone to go out and vote for Joe Biden. Like, even back then, it was like not enough that I was like, listen, there's nothing else. This is dog shit. Your voice technically doesn't really matter all that much because Joe Biden, I was right. Joe Biden is not going to achieve the actual changes. And motherfuckers were like, what are you talking about? He's the next FDR. He's the next FDR. And liberals were not even like, they were not even about like, my defense of, or my advocacy for Joe Biden was not enough. I had to be doing it in a way where I was like excited. Like I had to lie about how elated I was to vote for this fucking crypt keeper. A right-wing Democrat is still better than a literal fascist. Those are our choices. Yeah. Yeah, but other leftists were saying, oh, I can't even tell you to vote Biden. Okay, so what? It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. If the leftist media was as powerful as like some of you extreme like elections are won and lost by like 3 people voting because like their favorite content creator on the left said don't vote for Joe Biden or vote for Joe Biden. It's so dumb. And then you have on the other hand like, you know, every fucking outlet that is pumping out like Joe Biden agitprop about how he's going to be the fucking savior and you know, allow Joe Biden to literally win in states that he didn't even fucking touch. I don't even get this meme, dude. This is like too much of a leftist meme. So what's the solution is a question I get all the fucking time. Okay? And the solution is simple. At the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, then all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5 for free with a Twitch Prime. I'm fucking on fire with these segues today. I'm sorry. I'm going to do a little... That's right. Good job, Hasan. Okay? Yeah, I'm giving you a problem, and I'm giving you a solution immediately. That's right. You can subscribe for free if you have a Twitch Prime. Now, if you don't know how to get a Twitch Prime, you get it by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Lemon Athan 2 hours ago gifted 10 subs, and I forgot to mention it, so thank you, Lemon Athan. And also, Anjuna Beat Farmer with the 5 gifted subs. And also, Lizard. Okay. Everyday Goth, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Look at my meme. Yeah, let's look at this meta shit. Are you okay? You're thanking your subs? Only gifted subs. I always try to thank gifted subs. Spell out my name. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Why does he have Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue as a decorative shelf? Dude, he's literally like... Because he's a lizard, dude. He's like a lizard person. Mitt is getting some? Yeah, I know. He's fucking, dude. Yeah, we're going to watch the CNET shit in a second. Let's finish the 5's agenda, though, first.
amnesty for 10 million illegal immigrants. They are going to own high gas prices because they slipped in a little Green New Deal here.
Thank you, fellow worker Bash, for the 5 subs.
And they're going to own the weak recovery because they're going to raise taxes higher than it's ever been done before. In a couple years, you may have government-run daycare. In a couple, once they get that off the ground. But in the near term, private daycare is going to skyrocket because they're going to have to compete with this new program. And then what? Maybe in 1 year, they're going to have a...
Oh my God, they're going back to like, you know how you defeat Republicans? By forcing them to go back to like 90s era Republican arguments, okay? If you actually advocate for fucking a little...
Before. In a couple years, you may have government-run daycare. In a couple, once they get that off the ground. But in the near term, private daycare is going to skyrocket because they're going to have to compete with this new program. And then what? Maybe in 1 year, they're going to have a...
Oh my God, they're going back to like, you know how you defeat Republicans? By forcing them to go back to like 90s era Republican arguments, okay? If you actually advocate for fucking a little bit of government spending, they literally have to fucking go against it because they're reactionary. And they start saying, well, you got to compete with the fucking private, with the government daycare, with the... what about the private daycare owners? It's like, that's such a dumb argument, dude. Shut the fuck up. People need money to be able to pay for daycare. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Gruber at EXN, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Jub1276, thank you for the 6 gifted subs. Motherfucker, have you heard of public schools?
Never been done before. In a couple years, you may have government...
Off topic, I know, but thoughts on neopronouns? I will literally neopronoun you into a rocket ship out into the fucking space, never to return ever again to Mars, okay? With hopes that you fucking colonize it on your own. Imagine being in here, literally in the middle of this fucking spending bill conversation, being like, I want to know about your thoughts on Zer. Shut the fuck up, bitch! Shut up!
Government-run daycare. In a couple, once they get that off the ground. But in the near term, private daycare is going to skyrocket because they're going to have to compete with this new program. And then what? Maybe in 1 year, they're going to have a few electric car charging stations. Great. Only 2% of us own an electric vehicle, so that's not really that great.
Yeah. Like half the time, these provisions are like literally supposed to address that.
Some of the spending's good. You know, Medicaid and Medicare, which aren't really doing that well right now. So this country is going to sit around, what, for the next couple of days and watch a bunch of untalented politicians bad at arithmetic, try to raise taxes so they can square the numbers to see if they can pay for stuff that no one wants or needs. That's basically what we're watching right now.
Yeah, old people literally do not want or need dental and vision care and hearing aids. Everybody's always saying this, okay? Child poverty, fuck you, kids. That's what I say. Hey, how about you suck this one, kids who are in a fucking horrible situation? And this one too, as a matter of fact. And fuck your families as well. It's called bootstraps, bitch. It's called fucking bootstraps, poor kids. Get fucked. 24 million kids in poverty. Get fucked, says Jesse, whatever the fuck this dildo's name is. Henham, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Let them fucking starve, dude. They're not productive. They're not a productive part of the labor force. They can't even make a sandwich. Fucking die, dude. That's what I say. I'm a Republican. Welcome to the HasanAbi welcome to the Hank Pecker Republican broadcast. That's right. They said to put work requirement on the preschool, must work 8 hours a week for the kids. Yeah.
Kudos to your assistant for reading that stuff and then boiling it down to a paper for you to read. Yes, but here's the thing, Shannon, he may know some of the facts, but at 2,400 pages, we never know. We keep repeating the same. We never know. We keep repeating the same mistake. That's the worst part about this. We know that most of this is crap in there, but no one reads it because it's impossible. That's the big lie, is that we actually know what's going on.
Well, and the thing is, I know that you think maybe it's a foregone conclusion they get something done. We literally just got an email from Jason Donner, one of our very intrepid Capitol Hill producers, who just talked to Manchin, who said, we're working together in good faith.
Okay.
Moving forward, we're hearing the same thing from Senator Sinema. You've got a lot of folks over in the House. It looks like the Speaker's not ready to pull the trigger on this infrastructure vote because they don't seem like they're actually convinced and all on board either. So I think what the president came out and said today is like, we've made progress, but I don't think we've seen a press release from anyone saying we have a deal.
Right.
So I think in D.C. there's still a lot of steps to go here. They got to end. Like, Democrats have run for years on lowering prescription drug prices. It looks like now that's not going to be a part of the bill. A lot of things that people said we got to have it or we're not going to do it, that's in there. And, you know, we played in the opening. The president did his interesting whisper thing where he says, pay your fair share 3 times. Pay your fair share. Pay your fair share. Well, according to the IRS, a nonpartisan group, the top 5% of income earners pay 60% of income taxes. So that's up to the American people where they think that's enough.
Yeah, that's all they rely on is that phrase, pay your fair share. It's not going to work anymore because people have the internet. They know what people are paying.
Dude, even like light policy discussion and they just like straight up fall apart. Their rhetoric is so good when it comes to like making up culture war issues and like really hammering it in. But the moment that you ask them like, what do you feel about infrastructure spending? And they're like, you know, there's some good sides and some bad sides. A lot of spending. Pre-K is bad. Why are kids going to kindergarten? They should go to the factory, I think. It's like, they're just like not used to it. You know what I mean? They don't need to do it because the Democrats are so fucking feckless, so cowardly, and so bad at what they do. So like the moment that you're like, hey, so what do you think about infrastructure spending? Or do you think like, you know, old people deserve to get hearing aids? They're like, I don't know. What are they going to do? You put the hearing aids and then hear Fox News about how CRT is happening in American schools? That's a bad thing. You don't want old people to hear about racism in our schools. The real racism. Border control is important. Where is the border? Nobody knows. Immediately, they're just like, they can't. They just have no fucking concept of like trying to tackle these things because they don't have the fucking talking points for it.
To me, because I have been a huge fan of their energy, of their new insights, you know, and their idealism. But they are revealed to be, rather than idealistic, they're revealed to be politicians, ruthless politicians of a different sort.
I can't believe that they are ruthless politicians. Oh my God. Anyway, Katie, I go to you last because I want you to help me.
Okay.
I'm an LWH. I'm a libertarian without hope.
Okay.
I feel that we've gotten to this place where you.
Oh God, just say you're a fucking pedophile and move on, dude. Okay. It's just like
people are going to be relieved to have a $2 trillion bill that's 2,500 pages. It's dead.
Well, I'm going to give you some hope. I know you'll reject it because you're a libertarian without hope, but I will give you some of it. If you look at the polling on this reconciliation package in every state that's run by, you know, Democrats, but also Republicans, purple states, West Virginia, for example, Arizona, people are against this kind of spending. And so.
Yeah, dude, totally. Where did you pull that out of, dude? Your asshole? Where did you get this data from? That's like, you just made that up, dude. What is this? What kind of fucking dumb shit is this? It's literally not true. 30% of West Virginians are literally on welfare, okay? 30% of West Virginians! One of the fucking poorest states in the nation. 65% of West Virginians wanted to increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Where are you getting this information from? Say, like, West Virginians don't want spending, big government spending. Shut the fuck up, dude. You fuck. It's just, you can just lie about this? It makes no sense. Calling all libertarians pedophiles is an example of why political discourse is so fucked in this country right now. Listen, man, if you're a right libertarian, the only thing you want to fuck is little kids, okay? Get the fuck out of my chat. Go read some fucking Rothbard. Bitch. The marketplace of children.
Even if they pass it and get it shoved down their throats, they're going to look at it next year, maybe in 2024, and say, we watched what you did, we didn't want it, and you voted for it anyway, depending on how these votes go down.
Always funny whenever you fucking have a conversation with libertarians who are just like, I'm just a conservative who likes smoking weed. It's like, you ask right libertarians for the most part, you ask them like, what do you think about a fucking police state? They're like, you know, I don't know. What do you think about borders? I don't know, brother. Do you like Donald Trump? Yes. Okay. What about Donald Trump's surveillance state, police state, fucking border control, Muslim ban, no freedom of travel, abortion? You're not a fucking right libertarian. You're just a conservative. That's it. The only thing you want to fucking have like civil libertarianism is on is the age of consent laws.
Now, someone's going to have to blink here. It's either going to have to be Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin or these socialists, I will not call them progressive, socialists in the House who are holding this up because a deal was made.
He's using it as a pejorative. I will not call them Democrats. Socialists!
This summer on infrastructure between Republicans and Democrats.
I think that like, are there brilliant women in the media? Of course. Okay. Does Fox News hire them? No. And the reason why they don't do that is because they want to keep reinforcing the same misogynistic patriarchal narratives. So they literally go and they fucking cherry pick as many bimbos as they fucking can to come on and literally just like be like, haha, socialist. I swear to God, dude. Like, so that fucking the horny geriatrics watching at home are like, yeah, you're not too smart, but I still hit. You know what, brother? That's great. Socialist, derogatory. I say this as a himbo myself.
Democrats at the White House. The president promised they would not go together to be voted on. They're changing that now. It was interesting to watch Nancy Pelosi come out today, kind of exasperated, saying, I'm releasing the text so you can complain about it, which was pretty funny. So we'll see what they can do. But Joe Biden's on the verge of being a lame duck president. He doesn't have much time to get anything done. And at this point, he can't get infrastructure done, and he can't get the reconciliation package done. And therefore, he has nothing to show the first year in his presidency, which does not.
The guys are equally as dumb. They are. And on top of that, they're fucking evil, too. Sometimes worse, sometimes better. That's the himbo. Sean Hannity is the himbo of Fox News. Straight up. Fred Flintstone looking ass, dude. He literally is like a high school jock in every way, shape, and form. Like, those are the vibes that he puts out. That's like everything about his persona. He's got the fattest of heads. Just have Hunter whip it out on national television. You get them ratings back to over 50%. And he does not burp in the microphone. So
it is time for us to adopt a new company brand.
Oh my God, this fucking bitch had 22,000 people watching his like metaverse reveal. Are you serious? God damn, 22K Andy, pathetic, bro. Holy shit. That's like gaming numbers, dude. What the fuck? That's actually crazy that like this is such a gigantic reveal supposedly. And like and despite the fact that it's supposed to be like this gigantic fucking reveal, this big reveal, like you only got 22,000 people watching.